Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Not to the point where I only buy organic food, because organic food is generally quite expensive. So, yeah, you might actually consider me a bit of a hypocrite, considering that when I'm buying food from a shop, I don't buy organic, I just buy the normal stuff. But if I was running my own place, I would want to run it organically, or at least as much as I could. I'm not actually too concerned with, if I had my own place, I wouldn't be all that concerned with, like, running it 100% organic in order to get the certification and stuff like that. But for the most part, I would. I mean, I might actually put on a little bit of granule fertilizer if I needed to. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What we want to look at is, do we have... Because I'm going to be able to do all of these contracts with this one load. So I've got thousands of litres of fertilizer sat back at the dealership and no way to get rid of it, because the dealership doesn't buy the stuff back, does it? Let's have a look. Can I actually sell fertilizer anywhere? Solid fertilizer. Oh. Oh, my. Station. I can sell fertilizer. Solid fertilizer. I can sell it to Felsbrunn. I can take this to the... Ah. Now, that's interesting. I'm going to need a trailer with sides on to be able to do this. Which shouldn't be too difficult. I should be able to take the fertilizer and put it in there so that I can load it onto the train. Rent train there. Put it in there. You take it up, tip it out, tip it into the train, and the train heads off. Job done. I've sold all the fertilizer. We might be able to do that. There's no guarantee that it's going to work, but we might be able to do that. Now, I've got to figure out how to actually get stuff in there. I've got a trailer up at our property, which I could bring down using the other tractor. Actually, rather than sit around and watching this, because he's got these two fields that he can work on for a minute. I could do it with this one, but it's a bit difficult to tip this one out. I only want to test it. Yeah, actually, we'll take this one down now. I was thinking maybe we could take down the other trailer, but the other tractor, and like load up a few pallets from the greenhouses. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just drive this one straight down, and then we'll load a little bit loose in the back, because I think I can tip stuff out after loading loose into the back. I just go a little bit steady here, driving like I'm gone insane. Well, when you have a Mahindra, that's what you do. You drive like a lunatic. See? You. I love this thing. Oh, I really want one of these. I probably won't actually drive it like this in real life if I did ever get one. Almost definitely wouldn't drive it like that in real life, but for purposes of gameplay. Okay, I probably should be a little bit more careful on the road, especially considering that there is traffic coming the other way. So we'll try and at least stay alive getting down the mountain. I think that, you know, choosing life is a really good option at this point. Let's go on up here. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to remember to stop at the zebra crossing. Look at this! I'm being sensible! Kind of. If you ignore how I was driving from when I got into this machine up to the point where I stopped at the zebra crossing, ignore all of that, and we can say, Frithgar was being sensible. I know this comes complete shock to many of you, and myself is included in the group of people who are in complete shock over this particular incident, but there we go. These things do happen. And we come in around there. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that one there for 1 second, and I'm going to go and check on you. You are turning round, you're carrying on, so you're on field 16 and working your way through industriously. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn that one off because he's about to go up through there. Should then have him coming back down the next bit. So I'm going to send him over here so he finishes in the middle and doesn't like spread over onto the next field. And that should be fine, and that should be fine up through there. Right, off you go. Excellent. And then we're going to go here. So I'm going to... That's all I'm going to load. This is purely an experimental thing. We want to find out if we can take this to the train and we can sell it or not. I'm really, really not sure. Let's move up this. Okay, let's try not driving on the pavement. There. Can I tip it? Yes, I can. Right, we can overload the solid fertilizer into here. So that goes in there. That bit's fine. We can tip out. So I can use this one. It's 460 litres at a time. So it's not going to be the fastest way of doing it. Definitely not. That's fine. I don't really care about that. This is still the experimental stage. So we want to go over to here where we press... No, we don't press R on that one. Actually, I think we do. Here. Return rented train. Train is going to arrive soon. It's 2.3 kilometers away. It is still 2.3. It's 2.2. Train's on its way. Where is it? Is it up there? Or is it... No. It'll be coming in at the top. 2.1. Okay, chainsaw pop up there and then disappear. 1.9. Is it going to reverse in from this way? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it reverses in from there. Now, to start with, this is going to cost us a bit of money when the train turns up. There's not a lot that we can do about that. He's going in there for the final pass on that one. And that'll be finished. Still don't see this train. 1.4, 1.3. It's getting closer. And then when you're done, we'll go from there, because we've got those three. We've also got field 11 over there. So we'll go from field 16, straight up the road, in, and we'll do field 11 next. And then we can do this block, and then we've got field 22 down there to finish up with. And 800 meters is reversing in. There he is. There is our train. He's coming from that way. Right. 600 meters. 500 meters. Let's go out here. Let's see if the train actually stops for us or not. There's people right there walking across, getting stuck. I'm curious what's going to happen now. Does it like pop us right up over the top? Oh, that's kind of freaky. Okay. Genuinely didn't expect to be like looking down through the middle of the train like that. That's actually quite cool. I like that. Right. The train has arrived. Let's jump into it like this, and I'll start it up. Then I want to just back it up a little tiny bit to there. I know that it's just said that it's completed our task, so I'll start manure, mineral feed, stones, solid fertilizer, load that up, and off we go. 93 litres. We're not going to get a lot. We don't want a lot. We're not expecting a lot. All we're doing is experimenting to just make sure that we can actually sell all of this fertilizer that we've gone and bought. Now, we did buy it at a ridiculous amount of money, and the selling price is 1632, so it's lower than what we paid for, but it's about as high as we're going to get. It doesn't get much better than this. So, yes, we will have lost a bit of money on it, but at least we will get something back, which is better than a kick in the teeth. So this 93 litres, let's just double check that this does all work. You got to also remember that we've just rented the train, and that's also going to cost us money. Let's slow time down to 1x speed, just while we finish up the fertilizer and also have a rented train. Do you want the train to sell the loaded goods? Yes, like that. 55 in vehicle leasing costs, and we get 151 in harvest income. That's actually pretty good. I like that. That works out quite nicely for us. So you are done in here. So there's another field finished. We want to head on up to... Oops. Head on up to field 11. I've still got 4,000 litres of fertilizer left in the spreader. This is insane. I know this is a glitch, and I think maybe I should get a different spreader and like try to work things out a bit better, but to be honest, this is what I would class as a happy accident, and I don't really want to go correcting this happy accident. I'm quite content this time round to reap the benefits of the happy accident and just say, you know, the farmers paid us generously this time because they were so pleased with all the work that we did. Like, I know that technically I'm taking advantage of a bug right here, an unintended bug, it might even be, but I still have no regrets. I don't. Right, what are you doing? You should be working. You should be spreading already. Why aren't you spreading? There we go. Okay, that's fine. A little tiny bit off the corner of the field over there. I'm not too worried about that. So that one can carry on up there. There's no way that we're going to need to get any more fertilizer than what we've got in this spreader. So we could start moving stuff with the Mahindra over here to where the train is, and then we can start worrying about, we can sort of do the loading up after that. There's our dude back with his power walking. He's on a mission. He is really on a mission. Right, I'll load this one up completely. I was wondering about maybe taking, actually that's probably a faster way to do it, isn't it? Like, if I was to use the... Because we haven't really used the forklift here at all yet, have we? We've got it here. It is available to go and use, but we haven't really done anything with it. So if I was to use this one and transport the pallets over to the train station, like this, I can then put them right next to the tip point, put the Mahindra next to those, and load and tip, load and tip, load and tip. That would probably be faster than driving backwards and forwards with the Mahindra, because that's only like 460, so it's 2 loads per pallet for that Mahindra, plus a little bit more. Now, admittedly, this is a little slow going backwards and forwards, but I still think that 1 trip here is going to be faster than 2 trips to load and unload with the little Mahindra. So I think we'll do it like this. Well, if you keep stopping like that, it's probably not going to be faster, but I reckon that this is going to work. Let's put it right up on the... Oh. Aha. Oh, I've seen this phenomenon before. If you actually set them down onto the grid, they stop unloading, but if you hold them just above it, everything goes in. So I don't even need the Mahindra for this. I could just do it with the young Heinrich, and we can unload them straight in. I didn't think it would do that. That's why I brought the Mahindra down anyway, when we wanted to do that with a little bit of experiment, see how it worked. I'm quite happy with that. If I run this one back to... Where's... Oh, he's still going. He's going. I can see him over there. He's just turning around. He's heading back across the field. I was wondering whether he'd come to grief over something, but he hasn't. He's doing an absolutely bang-up wonderful job. Let's go herring in through here. Can I take 2 pallets at once? I could possibly stack something on the back of the Mahindra. Possibly. I don't really want to. 2 pallets at once would be quite cool. I do have a... So I don't have it. I don't have the mod active on this map. But there is a mod with like really, really long pallet forks. And I do have that one, but I don't have it active on this map. But you can't change the forks on these anyway. But what I might be able to do is... I have to do it a little bit tidier than that. Yeah, right. If I try and straighten up a little bit. And I come in there like that. And then I lower that down. Actually, I need to do it like that. Like that, maybe. There we go. Pallet forks go right in. Push up to the next one. Yes! Can I carry it all the way over? That's very precariously perched. You wouldn't be able to do that in real life unless you actually had long pallet forks. You genuinely wouldn't, and this is hardcore series, so I'm supposed to be doing things as realistically as I possibly can, which I'm not. But I have no regrets. So let's bring you over this way. I need to go and move that tractor onto the next field. I'll do that in a second. I just want to get this one so that it's stuck over the grid over there and starts to unload, and then we can do it. So this would be 4 trips with that little Mahindra. There's no way that he'd be able to, even though he is a speedy little thing, there's no way he'd be able to do it faster than this. So that can just stay there a second, and you can come over here. Where have you finished? Oh, I see what you've done. There's a little tiny strip down the side of the field, right there, which we're not actually going to worry about. So let's have a look in here a minute. And 5, 9, 11, 16, and 17 are all completed. I've got this block of 3 to do up here, and then the one across the road. And that will be all of them done. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start this one all the way over. I'm going to skip this field a second. I'm going to go to field 19, and I'm going to start there, because then I think it will move over into one of the other fields, into one of these, going across this road. And so it'll be a little bit faster, because it's just going to let that, it'll just keep working. It won't stop at all. I mean, it will have to go down onto the road and turn around at the bottom end, but I don't care about that. Right, you start going there. Too much overlap. That's fine. We'll just do it like that. Yeah. And then so you go down, you go up, and then he'll run down. So he's probably going to do that field over there, and then this one over here we will do at the end of it. Right. Yes. I forgot about that. We have disabled the young Heinrich from the tabbing, haven't we? We've had that as a parked vehicle. That's why I keep forgetting about it. So we're going to jump onto that one, and we'll drive it back to the dealership and get the next couple of pallets. Up onto you. You in round like this. I can get 2 more pallets. Bring that back, 'cause there's no way I'm going to need to... So I'll tell you what we could also do. Because I've got all of the fertilizer and everything that I'm going to want, we'll have that fertilizer spinner once we're finished with it, and we will bring it back up over here. We can empty it out, and then we can lift it up with the forklifts, and that can also be tipped in. Or we can use the Mahindra just to tip that bit in. But that can also go in there. Then we can summon a train, and we can get rid of all of this fertilizer. I think I'll do one more trip with this one, and then I'll use the Mahindra for it. Because that also is something that I want to sort of play around with. So we'll do one more trip with this one. We've got to get this lined up just right. So let's bring you over there like that. There we go. Okay, and then I can straighten that up like that. There we go. So tilt it back like that, and then bring it in round so that it lines up nice and straight. And goes in like that, shoves it on, pushes up the pallets fairly hard as well. I like this. I like this. This is working nicely. That one comes in through there. The contract is 84% complete. Where is he? Oh, he's up the other end. We'll see him in a minute when we come out round. Should be... There he is. He's turned round and he's heading down. So he's going to do all of the fields as he runs down through. Do a nice wide spread onto the other fields. Hoping that means he'll keep going with the next field as well. He won't do all 3 of them. I'm hoping he'll do most of them. And you... Well, this one here, I think we'll just go and park it up, and we'll just put it back after this, because I also want to do a little bit with the Mahindra running around, just because I think that's going to be fun to do as well. So let's drop that lot in there. And then I will be able to get a little bit of money back as well, won't I? So we'll have a look in here, and we'll have a look at that. Solid fertilizer, 1632. It's not a brilliant price. We'll never get the AI worker G is completed. Oh, they've actually stopped down there. That was not what I expected. Yeah, right, look. Just start that up and all the way down there like that. Well, at least the car turned me round. We did get that bit at least. I'm going to travel down over here. And I'm going to start this one from this end. He's going to go from here, which is probably too far over. Yep, I could move that way a little bit. I'm sure he'll be fine. If we go all the way up to the end of the field here, and then before it turns, if I press H and sort of let it go again a little bit further, he should go on and do this next field. So if I go like that, and then just start it again, we go and do this field. Although, the problem that we've got with this bit right here is that there's those trees right in the way. That might cause us a problem. Oh, nice. Look at that. He's going right on through. Oh, he stopped there. Right, I'm going to stop that one manually, but what I'm going to do now is just going to sort of bring that back. And I'm going to say that is about the point where I want to go up so that it gets all of the fields, and I'll hit it from that point. Let's go on up here, shall we? There. Okay, I could have gone over quite a bit more than that. Doesn't need to stop where I did. But he should do most of this field now. And he should also be able to turn around. So while it's doing that, let's go over here to the Mahindra, and we will load up the next little bit here, and then we can tip that out. Because I would like to do this a little bit. We haven't really done this at all. We've only, like, experimented with it once. So I'd like to do a little bit of this. Bring this in round. I want to try and do this top speed if I can. Out of the way. Looks like a Tesla. A little bit. Stop! Stop, 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 stop! I love this thing. I really do. This was one of the best purchases we made. I mean, it wasn't actually a purchase. I just started the series with it. Because I was on holiday in Monaco and I won it. And I have no regrets. I have absolutely no regrets at all. So I'm just going to put that one there. And I'm going to hop into this one and take this one back. And then I need to remember to actually turn the thing off, or the battery is going to go flat. So the tractor over there he goes. He's whizzing back down across the field. We'll have to go back over there in a second and put him going. Although I'm actually about to stop for a little while. And then I'll be back again. So we'll have all of the contracts to finish up. Really, really hope that between now and when I come back for my next recording, the contracts that we've completed don't all disappear. I'm going to leave them because I want to find out what will happen to them. I'm just hoping that we'll sort of still be able to, like, cash in everything once we come back. If we can't, well, that's going to be disappointing. Okay, let's leave that one there, and actually, let's go and have a look at what this tractor is doing. He is going to finish up this field rather nicely, and then when this one is done, I've got 2 still to go. All of these are contracts that we want to cash in. I'm not going to yet. I want to do the whole lot all at once at the end, and also sell all of that fertilizer back as well, and we should have enough money to buy a combine. Well, here we are, perched upon our mountain eyrie once again. I'm just wondering if there's any new mods that I really need to show you. I don't think there is, so we will dash down here and get our hired help carrying on with spreading our fertilizer at the ridiculously low rates that we're getting off of this fertilizer spinner, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Does mean that it's incredibly efficient. And then, so we've only got like 2 fields left. There's just the 2 fields left now, so we will... Oop, okay, that was just a tiny little bit over, so let me bring him over a tractor's width. Just like that there. That'll do. Ideal. Like that. And then this one can go on and spread fertilizer. That's probably going to do it in 2 passes. And then we've just got that field over there, and that is every field finished that we have for our contracts. Let's just... There, completed. Look at them all. We've got a vast sum of money sitting there, and also the money from the actual fertilizer itself, which is going to make all the difference. So while the tractor is finishing that... Actually, no, I wanted to sell off all the rest of the fertilizer, didn't I? So I can't really do a lot else at the moment, other than maybe find another one of these. Now, the supply and transport ones, because they don't pay extra, you only get what is asked for here. So, for example, 25,000 litres of sorghum to the supermarket before the timer expires. Right, that's fine. 13,102 is what we get for those 25,000 litres. Now, if we go and have a look at sorghum, that is 450 right there. We can get 542 for sorghum at maximum value. So we'll go on the 450 right here. That's shipping it off to Felsbrunn. So there is a slight penalty on that because of hiring the train. But we'll still have a look at this. So we want 20... See, that's per 1,000 litres. So I'm using a calculator. I've got 1310... No, I don't want to do that. Actually, yeah, 13102. Divide that by 25. And that gives me 524 per 1,000 litres. So that contract will actually pay me 524 euros per 1,000 litres for selling sorghum, and the maximum that we've had in a year is 542. So it's a lot more than what you're getting right now, but you could potentially get a little bit more than that later on. So, I mean, that one doesn't actually seem all that bad, now that we've sort of, we break it down. So here we get 27,000 litres for the olives. So if I go 21,481 and divide that by 27, that gives me 795.59. So 796 per 1,000 litres for olives. And if I go into here, 736 is the highest that we've got anywhere on there. At the moment, it's on 777. Okay, Felsbrunn's offering 777 on here. I mean, we are in April, so technically we should be getting the absolute maximum amount right now. And that olive contract is offering slightly more. So it does actually appear that the contracts might be worth doing. At least according to that. So there's just a couple of them that we've broken down and taken a look at. We'll run this one down through here, and then we can go over to the next field. He will have finished this contract already. But that's quite interesting, actually, the amount of money that is potentially offered by those contracts. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.